Welcome back, everybody, to What You Watching. That's right. That's the show where we watch stuff so you don't have to. We talk about it so you know what the heck is up. Tonight's a good one. Creepshow, 1982. Rev was 11 years old. Scary stuff for an 11-year-old. We'll get talking about that. A little bit of trailer trash talk up first. Who's watching what? And then we'll get to the meat and potatoes of it. In the meantime, I'm Reverend Jeff. And that wacko over there. That's Cole Reno Willmes. How you doing?
Goddamn right. Goddamn.
Reno wants his cake. That's right. I want my cake. That's a daggum meteor. Yes, absolutely.
Meteor shit.
It's one of my first movie shorts collection that I enjoyed. There was Creepshow. Was Creepshow 2 the one where the kids swam out to the dock with the blob?
Yeah.
Or was that a different one?
That was Creepshow.
Okay, so and that was in 87, only 5 years later. All right. So those were some of the creepiest freaking movies I remember from my kids were shorts. From that's absolutely very, very strange. Cole, the movie set this week. That's right. He is an actual related to movie stars. He works with movie stars.
Yeah, I do. Right now, I'm just being a crafty person.
There's nothing wrong with craft, man. Hey, you got to start somewhere.
We are one of the most loved people on set, along with taking most of the people's shit. But
you're not in grocery. That's there's a start.
Yeah, I'm fucking Christ. I'm glad to be out of that.
You're a step up from working in grocery, and you're actually working on movie sets. If more people I'm not going to work on a set unless I'm directing. Well, you're dumb. Okay, because the only way you're really going to get into real movies is for people to know who you are and what you're capable of doing. And the way you do that is by cleaning bathrooms, sweeping floors, delivering food. You get to know everybody by doing that. But if you just want to be a
or you pay a shit ton of money.
I'm only going to do camera work. I'm only going to do this. Well, then you limit what it is that you can do for somebody, and at least that's...
Also, another way would be to pay a shit ton of money to go to like college or something for it, but I don't believe in that, so I do it my own way.
A big bunch of waste of money, and everybody knows it, especially for film. Oh my God! Anyhow. Speaking of oh my gods, trailer trash talk. Oh my! Thor Ragnarok, the international trailer for China. I'm not really too sure why we have Chris Helmsworth is standing up at the beginning of this trailer telling the Chinese people who he is and what this movie is and that they should go see it. But it wasn't even in Chinese.
It's because the Chinese market is like one of the biggest markets for Marvel.
I understand that because they've got like 4.9 quadrillion people over there living. They're hiding their real numbers from the world. But good God, he's not speaking Chinese. So what good was it? I mean, he might as well just go, hello, wait, I'm white man. I say, hi, you ching chong Chai man. Damn,
this racist comment is brought to you by Reverend Jeff
Kelley. The racist comments.
These thoughts are not supported by those of what you're watching.
That's right. The show may not support the actual host who created the show's actual opinions or comments.
I have covered my ass so the SJWs don't come after me.
Hey man, I don't
bring
claim
it, bitch.
That's right. I don't claim to not be a bigot, man. I have earned my prejudices every step of my life. And if you want to come out here in front of my broadcast studio with your little picket sign and march up in front of my damn up and down in front of my studio, you go on with your bad self. Just duck the bullets as they go by, and they ain't gonna be from me. I'm just saying my studio might be in a bad neighborhood. I'm not sure. Anyhow,
all I'll say is fuck off.
This one's actually pretty slick. I like it. the trailer itself is different than any of the other ones I've seen. So it was more of a cohesive story. You're exactly the god of what? Yeah, I don't think I would have asked Thor that.
I would,
but she did, and we're gonna.
It's like the first time in the Thor movies we actually see him do that.
And I've kind of been disappointed in that. Speaking of things we're going to be disappointed in, coming October 20th. That's right, everybody. Geo Shitstorm. That's what's going to be hitting. We absolutely have to look forward to whoever this Jeremy Ray Taylor is. But Gerard Butler is going to absolutely shitstorm it for you. He has shitstormed every other movie. He shitstormed one of the Laura Croft movies. He has shitstormed every movie he's ever been in except for 300. And that was kind of a shitstorm too, because unless you were a chick,
this movie, do you know who the director team is?
I have no idea.
Because 1 second. Oh, I just looked it up. This is like the people who made stuff like what was it? The Day After Tomorrow.
San Andreas. Yeah, of course it is. All those the world disaster movies. People. Yeah.
I was just like, oh god, these fuckers again. As long as I stay away from Godzilla, I'm fine.
He ruined The Bodyguard. He ruined a lot of crap. I'm sorry, Gerard, man. At least stop taking parts that don't let you use your Scottish accent, because it just makes you look dumb. I don't care
about Gerard. I just hate the directors behind this, Dean Devlin.
Speaking of stuff that was going to just suck, Gotti. It looked like it was going to be a good movie till I realized it was John Travolta. I know, God, Reverend.
I was about to say, Rev,
yeah, I do.
In the pre-show, when we were going over this, you were like, this looks like a good movie. I was like, I forgot about this already. And then you
didn't let me finish my statement. Yeah, but no, then you didn't let me finish my statement, so I just moved on and figured I'd save it for the show.
Do you know how it feels now?
I do.
Okay.
No, I absolutely do. It's dude, I talk over people all the time, not because of I have to, it's because I want to. Fuck you. Anyhow.
Fuck you too.
No, actually, I don't do it on purpose. I do it to move the show forward. But this is gonna be interesting if it's true. If any of it's actually true, that's gonna be the problem of it. Because like, who really told this story? Who told any of these real gaudy stories to a writer that didn't die? I don't know. I don't know how that's going to turn out. But hey, there, Reno. I got a question for you.
Why? Yes. What is that question?
Hey, what you watching?
Oh well, that's a good question. I've been continuing with this Rick and Morty shit. Third week in a row, man. Hey, don't you roll your eyes at Rick and Morty? It's Pickle Rick, motherfucker. Pickle Rick. Well, this one was a fucking weird episode. So we get like one of my buddies asked, "Oh, hey, have you caught up with Rick and Morty yet?" I was like, "No, I've been too busy working and I forgot about it." Why? He's like, "This is probably one of the grossest and most wrong episodes so far. An episode that covers both incest and cannibalism." I'm just like, "What the fuck is going on?" And then when I watched it, I was like, it's not really that gross out or whatever. Sure, it's like and just another Rick and Morty episode.
It's a little disturbing. I mean, that you're getting so desensitized to stuff through watching Rick and Morty. You might want to take a break.
I don't think it's that it's desensitizing. It's just like compared to other shit that I've watched, that this episode of Rick and Morty is like just tame, like just because I'm like, oh, so this is like gonna be grosser than half the horror movies I watches it. No, sorry.
Very, very hard to say. Then you were watching one of my favorite movies. I dig this movie. I really dig this movie.
I finally got this is actually something I watched a couple weeks ago, but I was like, oh god, I gotta talk about it though. I had just got a Blu-ray player. I'm finally getting up with the times, guys.
Nice.
And one of the first Blu-rays I get is this movie and the next movie I'm going to talk about. But Sin City is fucking badass. It's another anthology movie. So I guess good timing. I chose to talk about it when we're talking about another anthology movie.
Right.
But awesome. I'd say definitely go watch it. If not for anything other than
if you've never seen Sin City, I'm not going to say that about Sin City 2, but if you've never seen Sin City, go watch it.
Yeah, do it right now.
Yeah.
Watch this episode of What You Watching first, then go watch Sin City.
Right. Well, yeah, hell, turn this off, go watch that, come back to us. You'll appreciate it. Doesn't matter which order you do.
No. Watch this, give us a live view.
Well, give us a thumbs up before you go, at least. All right.
Exactly. Hit the bell notification. Dun. Watching Jaws right now. Yeah, this was like the other first Blu-ray that I got when I got a Blu-ray player. Jaws, man, you can't top it. It's one of the best movies ever made. Spielberg at his finest. Well, maybe not at his finest. It's up for debate, depending on what your taste in Spielberg movies
back
are.
in the day when we were watching Jaws, on film and watching it on our CRT televisions that had like 18 colors.
Yeah.
Jaws was scary as hell. But in Blu-ray
Jaws
digital form on a 1080p monitor, Bruce is kind of rubbery and not exactly looking much like a shark these days. I mean,
I still don't care. This is just
if you screw, like I said, like if you,
very nostalgic.
It's kind of like the Family Guy episode when their favorite newscaster goes from being beautiful to being ugly because they upgraded to HD.
Exactly.
But still scary.
Nonetheless, it's still one of the best movies.
Oh, it is. I love, dude.
It shows that Spielberg is just a master of pacing. Because every movie I watched that Spielberg directed, it's like it goes by like that, like real quick. Also, this is just a very nostalgic movie for me because I remember my mom always watched this, and I could never get past the first scene.
Yeah, that girl getting eaten. It was scary. I mean, the very first time I watched Jaws, I had been swimming out in the Chesapeake Bay, and it was on TV, and we had this little crappy black and white rabbit ears. If you kids out there watching this show don't know what rabbit ears, ask your parents. They'll laugh.
Come on, I even know what those are.
But there's some younger kids out there that probably don't. With aluminum foil on each of the rabbit ears out there, trying to get this to come in, watching Jaws. And my mom was like, "Are you sure you want to watch that?" I'm like, "Why not? It's just a scary movie." Yeah, I was terrified by the end of that, dude.
Famous last words, right?
And every time I went out, and it was pouring down rain, is why we came in out of the bay to go to get something to eat and watch TV. And sure enough, man, I didn't go swimming for a while. My mama was like, "Why aren't you going swimming?" I was like, "Well, because that's salt water." And I saw Jaws, and there's like sharks in the salt water, and they're like, "Oh, there's no sharks in the bay." It's like a conspiracy around the Chesapeake Bay, man. You ask the adults around kids in the Chesapeake Bay, they'll tell you there are no sharks. Liars. If y'all are watching this show,
I have a question for an adult right now. Hey, Rev.
Yeah, what's that? Yeah.
What you watching?
Oh, dude, I was watching good stuff this week. I started out with Gangs of New York. That's right. Leo DiCaprio. What's her face that she can look hot when she wants to, but Daniel Day-Lewis with the glass eye covering. Dude, that was a wicked effect, man. Just wicked.
Yes.
The whole movie. I'm a fan of practical effects movies, and this is I don't think there's any CGI in this movie at all. I think it was all done. I mean, all the blood was practical, and there's a lot of it. Like there's a lot of blood in this movie. I know you've seen this movie. Of course you have.
No, I haven't. Maybe I have.
Haven't seen this movie.
I don't think this is up my alley,
really?
Rev.
Oh, well, you're a friggin' FX dude, man. I figured everything with blood and gore would be up your alley, but it's a pretty violent friggin' story about the taking and breaking of the 5 points in New York, the 5 boroughs, man. I mean, I was watching Gangs of New York, man. Very cool movie. And then followed up by another very, very cool movie. That's right. Neil Patrick Harris in Starship Troopers. Have you seen this one?
Right.
Okay. So, I mean, Yeah, we're gonna fight, we're gonna win. The wife doesn't like this one because of the aliens. They're very grasshopper like-ish, and she doesn't like that at all. She's kind of
she
really
don't like
scared.
grasshopper?
No, not like a grasshopper, not like a grasshopper at all. I dig this one, even though it's got friggin' what's her face, Denise Richards in it. I don't care how big Charlie Sheen's dick is. I'm getting a divorce. Literally, she said that to an interviewer one time. I'm not lying about that. She was married to Charlie Sheen once upon a time.
Well, are you surprised after being married to the guy that she said something like that?
And then it's got, Rob, I like to pee on 15-year-old girls low. He's in there. I heard that. I heard that on the internet once. That's not my opinion. Somebody on the internet said that once, and I just read it and repeated it.
We should trust everything on the internet.
That's right, because it's the views and opinions of the hosts are not necessarily those of what you're watching. But I went to the drive-in the other night, and I caught The Kingsman, The Golden Circle. Aw, yeah. The Kingsmen are under attack and actually destroyed from the inside out, and they're forced to come to America to meet their American brethren, the statesmen. And I was afraid that Channing Tatum was going to ruin this movie for me, and I was right. He did.
My name is
Jeff. They showed the absolute best parts of the movie on the television set, at least for the statesman's part of it. It really far fetches the stretches of physics in such ways that even I, as a fan, went, "Come on, really? Didn't you do this earlier? You do this now? All of a sudden, you're able to do this now, but you couldn't do this earlier. That's just kind of dumb." But yet, it was still fun. A lot of fun, and a lot of people are finding it fun. With $39.1 million at the box offices last weekend, it's at the top under it. No, it's under it.
What?
It is under The Kingsman.
God damn it.
The Kingsman has 39 million.
Can I get technical support? Rev's going off about this crap again.
And then 20 million bucks goes into the Lego Ninjago movie. Or what?
Ninjago. God damn it.
Get it.
I can't even pronounce this shit. God damn it.
It's not Pookie Man, it's Pokemon, Papa. Shut up. You're saying it wrong.
It's not Pikachu, it's Pikachu. God fucking damn it. I've had enough of this.
And with that, people, that's exactly what we've been watching. The funny part is there, Remo Willmes, is they didn't see any of those links. They saw your beautiful face because I pulled a West tonight. Look at his eyeball. I absolutely did. So whatever you were doing on camera while we were going through all of that, yeah, I'm sure that's going to be real interesting tonight. That's a daggum meteor. Speaking of a daggum meteor, let's find out who our fan showed up live tonight to hang out with us. Let's give them a shout out to say hi, yeah, folks. There's Starshine. She's first to get in the room tonight.
Starshine, how you doing? Oh, yes.
Swinging that tool. How you doing there, girl? Dean Cooper. That's right. How you doing there?
There's
Dean?
Another tool in the house.
Lance Windsor. Dude, that guy shows up for everything. Lance. I love you, bro. I really do, man.
We always love that Lance.
Squatchbox. How you doing there, Squatch?
Oh, hey, hello. And Chris.
Is it me you're looking for? Hey, Christopher. Macaroni and cheese is a fruit. There is Trey Facts. I have no idea what that means, but hello. Your friend linked you to this. Well, I'm glad your friend linked you to this. I'm so glad you've hung around. James Dalrymple, you are in the house. I have a Dalrymple.
Hey, Dalrymple. We missed you.
Hi, man. Glad you're back with us. I always thought I scared you away, man. I don't know why. Rod Dupree, he's always in the place to be.
In the place to be.
always in the place to be. That's right. The life and times of JCM. He's in the house. That's right. The mastermind behind
Given.
Camper. There's drummer Forever 69. That's right. That's Gary and Whitney White. How y'all doing out there?
Oh,
Bringing
yeah,
food
you
to
bringing
your
us
table,
the
man.
goods? You better be bringing us the goods, guys.
Bringing that food in your tummy, yum yum. I know, man. I can't sing. Who sings that? Yeah, let's keep it that way. I know how that works. And that, my friends, seems to be who is out in the hangout with us tonight. So glad. Whoop. There's Wyatt Ola. They're checking in.
Yeah,
see,
we got Wyatt
almost
Ola.
missed you. Yeah. See, that's what happens when you wait so long to check again. Holy crap.
Oh, fuck. You got something on your face, Rev.
Oh, yeah, a little bit again right here.
Oh, crap.
Yeah, I'll have to scrub that off with a toothbrush and some alcohol later on. All right, I think that is everybody. I don't think I have missed anyone. So glad that this is all growing as well. So glad we had more than 5 people in the hangout with us tonight. Hey, we're talking creep show. Hey.
Oh, yeah. Reno here is talking about freaking creep show, okay? I've gone full Reno for this shit. Officer Dangle here. Get all dangly up in your arm. Dang it, I lost my mustache.
I lost my mustache. That's right.
Oh, well.
The first time I saw Creepshow, I don't want to say I didn't see it in the theater. I would have seen it on VHS. A friend of mine's dad ran a video store. And, well, a friend of my mom's who had a kid my age. So whenever my mom would get together with this drunk lady, me and her kid would sneak off downstairs into his dad's screening room and either watch porn or watch whatever scary movie was there, depending on what was on the table. It was really creepy. It really was. It wasn't anything going on, but it was creepy. Anyhow, I went over there one day.
Yeah, I want to say the first time I watched it, it was with a group of friends, and when me and my friends like to sit down and watch a movie, we like to riff on it, kind of mystery science theater style. A bunch of good like laughs out of it while enjoying the movie. Good old Romero. It's like the god, like you got all the. Or at the time, you have John Romero or John. Why do I keep doing that? George Romero. All the horror fans are gonna fucking crucify me now. But I called him John Romero. Sorry, I've been on a kick with John Carpenter and George Romero. Okay, guys, forgive me.
You know, when we get into this one, why don't you give us the synopsis of the Creepshow for people who haven't seen it?
All right, I suppose we'll do that. Anyways, it's pretty much just because what this is it's an anthology movie based around. There's 5, I believe, shorts in this one.
They call it 5, but it's really only 4.
What do you mean?
Voodoo Doll was like a friggin' 3-minute script.
That was like the overarching thing. There was the birthday cake, the Father's Day. There was, let's see, what came after that? I want to say it's the one with Leslie Nielsen where he buries the people at the beach.
Yeah.
That's one of the forgettable ones for me.
And then
there's the crate.
Where the meteor dropped and the guy fucking
meteor
into green.
Then there's the crate, and then there's the bug apartment one.
Okay.
That's 5.
All right, so then there was 6. The Voodoo Doll was the overshow.
The overarching story.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like I said, 5 shorts. One goes into, like, a zombie coming back for Father's Day to get his cake. One is about a guy whose girlfriend was cheating on him with this other guy, so he decides to kidnap them and bury them at the beach where the tide comes in and drowns them.
Ted Danson was such a stud back then. I forgot about that, dude. He was in everything back then. No, seriously. I mean, he was in everything.
Talk about Leslie Nielsen, though, a guy who like everybody's like, oh, he's a funny guy. He's in all the comedies. Hey, he can actually be creepy every once in a while.
Yeah, he was kind of funny, creepy though. I was still seeing him playing
Like,
Airplane.
Quirky.
Yeah, he still
I
seems
can't
like
really say creepy though. He's more like he's more intense than normal, at least.
kind of like Vincent Price. You know, he was never really scary. He was just creepy.
Yeah, but let's see. After that, you get one with Stephen King starring in it as an idiot farmer who comes across a meteor that crashes and spawns a bunch of plants that grow all over everything.
And you know, that actually inspired me to start thinking that one man or one character movie script idea. I can see how that would be attractive to make those kind of movies, because that was pretty cool. I mean, really, there were like 3 people in that whole movie. I mean, they could have filmed it in, 4 days.
I think there was like 2 people, because I believe that whenever they cut away during that one to like something that he was fantasizing about, it was always just one actor that played all the different ones, like either the college professor, the doctor, or his dad.
Yeah, I guess you're right. It was the same dude over and over again, but I digress. They were all, again, Stephen King phobia scripts. And that's, it's kind of, to me, he's always kind of been a one-hit pony, the one-ride dude. Is like he just focuses on people's phobias, and that's why people are scared of his movies. And I understand that. I do. I mean, it's part of that formula. I mean, the scary guy under the bed, the creepy guy with the machete breaking into
like
windows.
I remember talking with you before the show, that if we go about it like that, isn't all like horror movies at their base just a phobia movie?
Yeah, in certain conditions, absolutely. Movies like Dear God No are not, unless you have a phobia of bikers. I mean, I guess that's
or Bigfoot, or punting a dead nun while they're
playing on entrails on your new shirt. We love you, Wes. We really do, man.
We miss you, man.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great. I forgot about that. Yeah, there's a lot of original horror out there that's not really like the whole crate one. I mean, I hate it.
Well, that's my favorite.
Yeah, Wilma just deserved to get what she got, but I mean, the monster was horrible.
Yeah, then again, this was at a point where Tom Savini was earlier in his career, so he wasn't the greatest at sculpting and all of that, and being an effects guy myself, I would like to say I'm moderately competent.
Which means you would have done it better than that. I mean, it really the monster was bad. The monster was bad.
I don't know. It's one of those things where technically it could have been done better.
I'm a scary monster. Then again, I'm looking at it on
you gotta say that character has, well, for lack of a better word, a lot of character in it.
Yeah, but I'm looking at it on a 1080p monitor, on a digital 1080p copy, not on film on a CRT CRT monitor in 1983.
Yeah, so, but then again, I feel it fits the style.
Yeah,
being like a very comic booky,
but
movie.
The one that creeped me out the most, dude, is that damn cockroach one.
Oh god, weird. Because that's the most forgettable for me.
But I have this thing about roaches, man. That many roaches, and to die that way, just oh man, just that it's not that it's scary. It's me. It's my phobia, and it's the thing that he does is
Stephen King gotcha.
Well, I mean, I wasn't scared of it. I'm just like creeped out by it. It's like I want to puke when the roaches come out of his mouth and bust out through his neck and start filling the room.
With that short, I feel like that was just what they were going for. Was just to unnerve you and creep you out.
Yeah, and it worked. It absolutely worked. I mean, you disliked the guy. I mean, the script made you know he was going to die. You wanted him to die.
He was an asshole. That's why I don't like that one the most. It was like, that's why I felt it was the weakest, because you don't want to root for the guy.
But if you think about it, all of the scripts that were made, there were, except for the friggin' Father's Day one, there were a bunch of people in that one. But all the other ones had a very small cast in them. You know, they had very small sets. You know, they were standing sets
that's
too.
Like
you
the
know,
smartest thing to do when you're making a short film. When you have less time to allocate, it's the smartest thing to do is put less.
Watching RoboCop dance to the boombox in the dining room.
Don't let go.
I mean, him and Kurtwood Smith should just start up a mobile friggin' movie house. They can show movies on them foreheads. I mean, Jesus, that forehead is gigantic. I mean, are we sure he's not a gray?
I'm pretty sure, Rev. So I think this is the best time to go into, since we're already heading there. What were the best things you liked about Creepshow now that we've gotten all the synopsisi out of the way?
All of it. There wasn't much that I didn't like about it. I mean, really, for me, the effects were kind of cheese balls. The best effects out of all of them were the drowned people. Honestly,
that's actually the effects that I dislike the most.
You know, the dead guy coming up out of the ground, you could tell it was just a pullover friggin' mask over a head. It was gigantic. I mean, there was no even attempt to make it look like it was hollow in places. I mean, it was just awful.
But again, that's like, but I like it because it fits the style where it was going for very comic book rather than realistic, because the comic book source material that they had didn't always go for like ultra realism. They just were very stylized.
That. I just really, like I said, you know, I wouldn't have changed any of the stories that were in there. I mean, they were all, usually I find myself wandering while I'm watching movies for the show, but not this one. I sat and watched the whole thing, and it's probably the first time I've seen it since, you know, 1988, when we watched back-to-back Creepshow and Creepshow 2. So it's been quite a while since I've seen it.
Yeah, which I gotta agree with you, man, about loving pretty much a lot of it. I feel like I have a little bit more nitpicks than you do, but I just love the style. I like when, like, it gets to a very dramatic moment, the lighting gets very dramatic. It is like, has those very contrasty with the blues and the reds, and then throws in that abstract comic book background. The only thing I can say I didn't like was, again, like, some of them I felt were kind of forgettable, like the drowning one and the final apartment with the guy who's like a germaphobe. Those are the ones I always tend to forget.
Yeah. I mean, those are probably the weakest of the 5, but, you know.
But hey, 3 out of 5 ain't that bad.
3 out of 5 will do you. I mean, you know, I'll take those odds. 3 on 5, absolutely 3 to 5.
Hey,
yeah.
Rev, never tell me the odds.
Never tell me the odds. That's right. Absolutely not. With never telling you the odds, I think we need to go ahead and get this edition of This Monster wrapped up. That's right.
So yeah,
it's another show,
guys.
In the bag. Creepshow. Watch it. It's Netflix by DVD only. So get on the list. They only have so many copies of that. It's a daggum meteor. You can find us at facebook.com/watching vids. I almost forgot. That's right. Like the fan page. Click the subscribe button. Click the little bell thingy up there. And we'll see you next Saturday at 8 p.m. Pacific. Specifically, Pacific. Till then, Reno Willmes rides again.
Oh, yeah.